How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? We should be starting very soon. Just gonna give a minute, 2 minutes for people to jump in here. Hopefully everything is going all right. We have a fun schedule planned today. It's been a while. I haven't streamed in a while. So hopefully this one is exciting as well. Welcome, everybody. All right, I'm going to start naming off people in chat before we start. Everybody, hit that like button. It helps out the channel a ton. So, guys, like the stream. And, yeah, let's get started. Well, congrats on 27K. Thanks, man. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. Okay, Cobalt is in chat. Random Godot Gamedev, Joy Katra, Tantan, Space Spy, Egglet. Welcome, guys. Fog Inks, 8 bits per play. Joy Katra, Badgery Fake. How we doing? How we doing, everybody? Is the stream lagging for anybody else? Or is that just me? Music seems a little bit loud. Okay, I'll turn it down. I'll turn it down. Nanskip, what's going on? Smart Art Alpha. Music is kind of loud. Okay, I turned it down. It should be good now. Should be good. We're halfway to our beginning goal of 70 likes. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. All right, let me see if I can turn down some settings here. It's looking like I'm getting a lot of lag here. Huh. It's weird. I like your videos with polymers. Thanks, man. All right, let's get started. Boom. How we doing, guys? So I got my chat up here. All right. Whenever you guys see me look over here, that means I'm looking at you guys. I'm looking at chat. Okay? That's a nice little rule. So, is that your setup? Yes, that's my setup. That's the first question of the day. Yes, that is my setup. Guys, can I get a thumbs up or thumbs down in chat? How are we doing on lag? Is the stream lagging? I am not sure. I can't tell. So let me know. Thumbs up or thumbs down in chat. Are we lagging? Hold on. Let me fix this camera. Let me move it back a little. Boom. I should be able to see my face properly. Hey, man. You're looking handsome today. Thank you. Thank you. Who said that? Alex. Reece looking fine. Thanks, man. Guys, that is not the point of this stream. Okay? Everybody... Stream is clear and nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Guys, it says smooth. It says you're not receiving enough video to run a smooth stream. So, but I'll definitely fix it next time. I can't fix it this time because, unfortunately, once you start a stream, you can't, like, change settings around. So, yeah, it's kind of not great, but here we are. What's going on with chat? Chat is going ham. Can you move your mic closer? I feel like my mic's like... I'm like right on my mic, man. Like, this is my mic right here. I'm on it. Anyway, we're gonna start. So, guys, if you have questions, ping me in the chat, and I will answer your questions. I'm gonna be working on some stuff for Monster Tribe, which, if you don't know, is a game that I'm currently working on. It's an open-world RPG monster taming video game. Indie game, and yeah, I'm working on it. You can actually play the demo right now. The demo came out on Steam a few days ago. I think it's been out for 3 or 4 days now. So if you want to play Monster Tribe, you actually have the ability to do so now. So yeah, that's kind of hype. Anyway, so the thing that we're gonna be working on, first of all, I just want to start off the stream by showing you guys something. So we got some new monsters. Just two. Just two new monsters, but we got some new monsters. I like your walls though, lol. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I recently moved into a new place or room. So yeah, it'll look different. If you guys used to watch my old videos or like my old live streams, I used to live in a dungeon. It was like a gray basement room, and it was very depressing. So I have a window now. I have a window. I'm very happy about that. I have a window. What if you can't do pixel art and music? I would say, I mean, first of all, try. Like when you're getting into game development, you have to realize that there's so many different skills involved in game dev. It's not just programming or game ideas or level design or music or art. It's everything. It's all those things. It's marketing, business. So when you're, if you're going to be a game developer, you have to realize that you kind of need to be a little bit of like a jack of all trades kind of thing. But if you actually cannot draw or do music, like myself, I can't do music. Just hire people. If you want to do this like commercially, if you're doing it as a hobbyist, just try your best and don't let other people bring you down. But if you're trying to do this as like a commercial thing, just hire people for the things that you're not very good at, and you'll be okay. So still remember me? Yes, I do. Fog Inks. Yeah, very cool monster. Thank you. Yeah. It was based on a sun bear. So yeah, I made it like a bear holding a sun. I don't know. It's kind of dope. No. Anyway, and then we have some fusions. So this is a grizzly bear fusion, and this is actually the monster essence. So this is like the main resource in Monster Tribe, is this basically like this like blue circle white orb thing. And so I made it one of its fusions. It's actually holding the monster essence. I thought it was kind of cool. It's like a cameo on the game or whatever, a parody on the game. Oh my god, no. Why did I do that? There we go. And then the next one, this is like one of my favorite fusions ever, I have to say. I don't know why. I think it's sick. But I have a new monster that I made, I think, yesterday that I want to show you guys. And then I'll get into what I'm starting to work on for today, which is going to be actually like a cutscene. And I'll just be answering as many questions as possible from you guys. So if you have a question, again, make sure you liked the stream. That is very important. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and then ask your question. So just ping me in the chat, ask your question, and we're good to go. So you can just say something like that. Something like that. You have penguins yet? I don't think I have a penguin monster, actually. No, I don't think so. Anyway, here's a new monster. Not sure if it's finished. I might come back and change a few things, but I think it's all right. It's pretty solid. So he's a little bit of a smaller guy. It's like a turtle thing. It's a turtle thing. Somebody told me to make a turtle, so I made a turtle. And then this is a fusion for it. So I really like the fire fusion. It's kind of solid, I have to say. It looks like Bowser fused with a turkey and went to hell. That's what this looks like. Anyway, yes. I'm going to be answering questions now. Do all questions need to be game dev related? No, you can ask YouTube questions, game dev questions, Monster Tribe questions, questions about me if you guys know me from previous live streams or YouTube videos. Whatever you want to ask me, today is the day to do that. So yeah. Would you prefer desaturated colors over saturated ones? I think saturated colors, at least in pixel art, do look a lot better. It's just pixel art in general is a lot more of like a bubbly art style. It's a lot more of a simplistic art style. So having high saturated colors, I'd say for the most part, it does help. It kind of attracts the eye a little bit more. Anyway, so the thing that I'm doing today is I'm going to be creating a cutscene. So normally what I would do is I would create a 160 by 90 canvas. I do this for all my scenes, for the game artwork scenes. However, this scene is going to be a little bit different. This is like the main scene. So hold on, let me bring up my Trello schedule real quick. Then I'll get back to questions. I see you guys, don't worry. I'm not forgetting about you. Anyway, so I might create a new monster today. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I also have to edit a bunch of lectures for my art course that's coming out. Should be this month, so stay tuned for that. I'll make a YouTube video when it releases on some kind of pixel art thing, and then I'll be like, hey guys, check out my course. I just released a course. Help support me. Yeah. So anyway, the main thing I want to do is the spiritual ceremony. I just want to set it up. I want to set up the scene, set up how I want everything to work and whatever, and then tomorrow I'll try to finish it off with like details and stuff. Anyway, so that's the plan. This scene is actually going to scroll, so it's going to be twice the height. So it's actually going to be a 160 by 180 canvas. And then if I, hold up, let me, how do I do this? Grid settings. I'm going to make this grid 160 width by 90 height. So now we can split it in half. So like this will be the bottom, this will be the main scene. And then the screen is going to scroll up to show the full second scene. So it's going to be like a scrolling cutscene thing. I don't know how to explain that. I will not rest until there are penguins in Monster Tribe. Man, you might be not sleeping for a long time. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. What's it like collaborating with people? Great question. Hold on. Who said that? Sir Smilex. What's it like collaborating with people? I think it's pretty awesome. I love collaborating with people. That's like one of my favorite things to do for games. Yeah, I think, I mean, it takes a lot of work because obviously you have to incorporate somebody else's style into like, if you're doing like a video, for example, you have to make sure that it's authentic to their style and stuff. But I love collabing with other YouTubers and game devs and stuff. How do you balance several projects at once? I cancel most of them. So if you guys know anything about me, I promise you guys a lot of things and then I don't deliver. It's a bad habit that I'm trying to stop, but it happens. It happens and I apologize. But a lot of times I just cancel projects. So that's how I deal with having multiple projects on the go. I wouldn't recommend that though. So anyway, hold on. Let me just figure out the scene here. So basically what I'm gonna do is actually hold on. Let me think. I'm making some clouds right now. So this is the prototype of the scene. All right. Actually, that's a lot of clouds. I'm going to make one big cloud right here. Anyway, so here's what's going to happen. All right. Scene's going to start down here. Let me use a placeholder color. Let's get this dark color. We're going to have a mountain, like a hill. We're going to have some kind of hill down here, and the scene's going to take place on this hill. And so what the scene is, because most of you guys probably won't know, I don't think I've ever mentioned it before, but the main scene is the spiritual ceremony. So in the spiritual ceremony, there's going to be a bunch of rocks. I think there's 6 rocks. That looks like 6. There's gonna be 6 rocks, and then we're gonna have a fire in the middle. Well, let me make sure I'm getting on some questions. How do you get people to know your game exists? That's a good question. That's a tough one. Marketing is a huge part of game development that a lot of people do not realize that it is a very important part of game development. Making a game is half the battle. Marketing and selling that game is the other half. I would say, first of all, make sure that your project is something that people will actually believe in and want to purchase. That's the first step. Make sure that you have a good enough game that people are actually going to pick it up. Things like press and stuff like that will actually look at it and say, hey, this is a game that I want to show off and market and stuff. But obviously that's pretty obvious stuff. I would say the biggest thing is, at least in nowadays, this more like modern day kind of situation, I think that a social media following is very important. You can do it in other ways. I know developers that kind of are off the grid and don't have any kind of like Twitter or YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. And they do a lot of their marketing just through things like Reddit. And I think it's Imgur. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's Imgur. But anyway, they basically will just like post GIFs and screenshots of their game to attract people. But no matter what, you need some kind of landing place. So whether that's a Discord server or a Steam page where you can wishlist the game, you need some kind of landing page. And I think that's the most important thing. A lot of people used to say, create an email list, make sure you have an email list. That's how you're going to be successful in game dev, whatever. Not that that doesn't exist anymore. I think creating an email list is perfectly fine and that works. However, I think that nowadays, Discord is basically like the new email list. Like, to me, that's what it is. It's basically like the modern day email list. So build something up. Build something like a Discord up. Get your wish list up, and Steam will actually kind of promote that. Anyway, that was a lot on the one question. Stream is lagging. I'm sorry, guys. Reece, you have $14 billion. Fix your stream. Why is it like super lagging? It's super cutting out. I'm sorry, guys. If you don't mind, can you tell us how you make money? Oh, for sure. That's going to be a long question. Is lagging too much? Oh, guys, that's rough. I don't know what's happening. I think it has to do with one of my settings, but I can't fix that setting until I come off stream. So that's pretty annoying. I will answer that question very soon, though. If you don't mind, can you tell us how you make money? All your income sources? Yeah, I'm definitely okay with talking about that. So I will talk about that in a sec. I'm just trying to plan out the scene here. So we're going to have a fire pit. It's my work in progress fire pit. Okay. And then we got some rocks. And then we have to have the player. I don't know where the player is going to be. I really should have been doing this on separate layers. Hold up. Let me see if I can fix something with the lag. Let's see. I'll do my best, guys. Let's see if we can fix this lag. Did that help at all? Hopefully. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do right now. I apologize, guys. Anyway, this is gonna be my guy right here. He's gonna be slumped on a tree. He's gonna be chilling right here. This is my protagonist. So yeah, this is gonna be the scene for the most part, basically. It doesn't look very good, does it? That's okay, we fix it in post. But yeah, this is the scene. It helped? Did it help? Thank God. Okay, let me answer that question. This is an important question. So let me take some time to answer this question. If you don't mind, can you tell us how you make money? Like all your income sources and stuff. If you're okay with talking about it. Yes. So if you guys don't know, I am a full-time game developer. That technically that's not really my title, because like I only do game dev like 50% of the time. But I have my own company and I run my own stuff and I make a living doing whatever I want to do, basically. And so pretty much what that entails. So the first part is, what does that encompass? What are my incomes? My incomes are YouTube sponsors. game dev related like sales or funding projects. Like we just did a Kickstarter. We have, what else do we have? I'm kind of blanking right now. What are the, how else do I make money? I'm blanking. I used to do I used to sell my art. I used to do art commissions. I'm not really doing that stuff anymore because I'm trying to prioritize my time. So I don't really do art commissions and stuff anymore. I used to. Anyway, now we'll get into the specific actual real information. I'm sure you guys want to know, like, how much money do you make? All those kind of things. I'll be making a video on this stuff. I wanted to wait for the end of the year because this is my first full year doing game dev like full time. Oh my god, I'm not unhiding that. That is not. Hold up. Okay, anyway, I don't think you guys can see what Alpha put, but Alpha it hid it on purpose, so I'm not going to answer that question or show it publicly. Anyway, I'll make a video on this to encompass like the full actual information on this, but pretty much we have the Kickstarter. That was the first thing. The Kickstarter raised about $20,000, and then we have 3 team members on the team, as well as the company funds. So company funds are for things like paying for art or whatever else we have to pay for. I think art's really the main thing. So like cover art and stuff. And then the Switch dev kit is a lot of money. It's like, I think it's going to cost about $1.5 thousand to get this game on Switch. Somewhere around there. $1,000 to $2,000. And then we have, what's the final cost? There's one more cost. There's one more main cost. Oh, I guess just like Steam. And like advertisement and stuff. So that's what the company budget entails. Advertising and getting the game on Switch and stuff like that. So I think I roughly made about 5,000 for my income to like get me afloat for the next few months, as far as the Kickstarter goes. So the $20,000 obviously did not just go into my pocket. A lot of that money is not mine. Company money, funding money, other team member money. Then we have YouTube, I don't think this is something that I'm like not able to share. I make roughly like $300 to $400 a month from just like YouTube ads and live stream donations, which is okay. It's all right. It's maybe like $4,000 a year, which is like fine for like a side random income. Then you have YouTube sponsors, which I don't know if that information I'm allowed to like actually answer, but I would say again that's about another $5,000 a year, $5,000 to $8,000 a year from that stuff. So that's kind of my YouTube income stuff for people that are interested in that, and game dev as well. As far as commissions go, I usually charge about $30 to $40 an hour for any art commissions. And so if a project takes me, 5 hours, then, that's kind of how it works. So those are most of my incomes, I would say. I'm also working on an art course right now, so I'm hoping that kind of also helps me provide a solid income. But again, a lot of this stuff, it's my first year doing it, so a lot of this stuff is very trial and error. So yeah, I'll definitely share more information on that stuff when I get it. All right, do we have any more questions? Who is dual wielded? Who is your biggest game dev / video creator inspiration? Can't answer dual wielded. That's too obvious. Yeah, sorry, man. I can't answer you. So who is your biggest game dev / video creator inspiration? In the community, in the game dev community, I have to say, I think for sure, like Thomas Brush was a huge inspiration for me when I was starting my channel and kind of getting into game development. He was one of the channels that really showed me like, hey, you can do this. You can do this full time. You can have fun with it. And I just got very inspired by him. In more recent times, I'd have to say like my close friends are my biggest inspirations. Just seeing what they do and how they work and whatever, like people like Goodgis and Polymars and Bargy, really keep me motivated above anything else. They keep me motivated to continue, you know, progressing and learning and yeah, so they're kind of like my biggest motivators, I would say, in more recent times. But I haven't recently I haven't been watching a lot of like other creators. When I was first starting game development on YouTube, I watched tons and tons of people, but obviously, you know, priorities change and you get less time for things like that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in the community I really respect and admire their work ethic and talents and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to make these clouds, just a rough idea of what these clouds would be like. Looks kind of weird right now because I have a magic selection on, but we're working at it. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. Also, I forgot to make this into multiple layers, so I kind of screwed that up. This should be multiple layers right now. It's coming along though. Okay. Are your parents okay with your choice of pursuing game dev? Yes. They're actually very supportive of that stuff. When I started it and I was making like no money or like, you know, not really doing anything huge, they were still super supportive. When I started YouTube and game dev, I was in college for software development. Yeah, sorry for all the lag, guys. I will fix it for the next stream. I apologize. But yeah, they were very supportive. Not everybody was, and it's tough. It's tough when you know, you don't have that support. But yeah, I mean, I think my parents are always quite good about that stuff. So, but at the end of the day, I realized that like you can't really count on other people too much. If you want to do something, if you want to go for something in life, like you got to be the one to like push yourself and go for it. You can't just rely on other people. It definitely does help. Like it was nice to like keep myself accountable, knowing that, you know, I'm telling other people like, hey, I'm gonna try to do this thing full time and I'm gonna try to make this my living. But obviously, you have to make sure that you are also keeping yourself accountable. All right, let's see. Not a huge fan of these clouds. I definitely need to fix some stuff up here. I need a much bigger like front cloud, and then this back one is like, this one's acting up, majorly acting up. So I got to redo this cloud. Oh wait, I did have multiple layers. That's funny. I didn't even realize. All right, let me finish this back cloud and then I'll get back to some questions. All right, how's that looking? Not too great. But it's also the colors too. The colors aren't doing me too nice. Can you make a game jam? I made a game jam, how long ago? It was probably like 6 months ago now or something. But yeah, I mean, I'll definitely be doing a game jam again at some point. Anyway, here is like the main idea behind our scene. So what's gonna be happening here is we're gonna have the main character. He's gonna be, he's kind of smoking a pipe. which I don't know if that's appropriate, but that's a part of the culture. The game it's very heavily influenced by native tribes and stuff like that. And anyway, so basically there's like this ceremonial pipe, and the player has to do this ritual, and that basically allows him to interact with the monsters and the spirit energy that exists on the island. So it's quite important. But anyway, this is the general idea of what the scene would be like. I'll rough out some more stuff, but I don't want to get too crazy into the detailing of this, because that's going to be for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll work on, actually making this scene. Today is going to be an easy day, just answering some questions, answering your questions, and talking about game dev stuff. So I might work on a monster after I just rough this out a little bit more. If you have any more questions, also guys, as a reminder, please make sure to check out the demo. Monster Tribe has a demo that is available right now. And also while you're there checking out the demo, make sure to wishlist the game, because it really does help us. I'm actually currently in the Steam Next Fest. Let me turn this music down. I think the music might be a little too loud. Anyway, I'm currently in the Steam Next Fest, which is great. It's awesome for promotion and stuff, but I need your help to actually bring some of that attention to Steam, so Steam can know that Monster Tribe is something that people are interested in. Anyway, there's our nice basic version of our scene. So we would start here with this main scene, and that would be the player smoking the pipe, and then we scroll up to the sky. So yeah. Are you drawing a poster? It's a cutscene for the game. So all the cutscenes in the game. Hold on, let me show you guys the cutscenes. Oh no, it's super laggy now. I apologize, guys. Hold on, let me pull up some scenes. I don't have too many right now. There's this scene. So this is one of the scenes in the game. This is actually, I had a brilliant idea. Guys, but hold on. So anyway, this is one of the scenes. This is for the water ruins area, the Nishok ruins, and this is like showing the past. In ancient times, the island they built with technology. They built a lot of these giant animal-like creatures that would actually basically are used for terraforming the lands. And then there were some repercussions for that. Anyway, it's part of the story of the game. Not going to spoil it too much. This is another cutscene, scene. They're not cutscenes. They're just like artwork that you'll see in the game. And this is for the fire area. So the mines, the mountain mines area. And now we're working on this scene, which is for the spiritual ritual in the game. How do you know that your pixel art is good, although it feels bad while you make it? Yeah, so that's just something that you're gonna have to get used to, because when something's like in progress, it's never gonna look good, right? So I think over time I've just realized that I can't really pay attention to like the mid or like that beginning stage where I'm just like figuring things out. Like right now this looks like crap, but I know that once I refine things and fix things and add detail and lighting and shading and all that stuff, it'll look nice. As long as you have the main vision for whatever you're doing in place. You're literally never moving. Am I not? Yeah, it's pretty laggy, man. How do you make top-down pixel art assets? Just a lot of practice, trial and error, and then also just like following YouTube videos is like the main way that I learned. So Anyway, I'm happy with this, but I might actually turn this other scene that I worked on into this scene. I'll show you. Let me pop it open. So I made this scene a while back, and originally it was just supposed to be a scene for nothing, but I think I might actually incorporate this into what we're doing here. And I might make the hill that you go on more of like a rocky mountain, like is shown here, and then just basically turn this little shaded character into the main character, and then add some of the rocks in the back. Hold on, let me see if I can find what do the rocks and stuff look like. It's somewhere in my files, so that you guys have a better interpretation of what I'm actually going for here. Not location symbols. We will find it. We will find this. Some way, somehow. I literally have no idea where it is in my files. So. I'm looking, I'm searching. Anyway, while I do this, guys, ask me some questions. And then, yeah, I will answer them. Maybe it's in the clearing object. It's definitely in the clearing object, or the folder. There it is. Okay, here it is. But there's no grass. So let's pretend there's grass. That's an ugly grass color. Actually, so is that. Oh my god. What is happening right now? What is happening to this grass? Anyway, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Also, the shadows are gone. Why are the shadows gone? Okay, I'm gonna fix this. Easy fix. Boom. So this is kind of what the scene is gonna be like. And then here's the rocks painted. So let me do that again. This would technically be the scene. You go around and you paint all the rocks, and then the thing in the middle lights up, and that's where the fire would be. And then the character has to complete the ceremony. So if we incorporate that into this scene, or this scene, where is it? This one right here. Then we're good. We're good to go. No lag anymore. Okay, awesome. Which canvas size do you use for your posters? So, if you're talking about like the main actual poster, so for these kind of things, like what I was showing earlier, this and this and this, these are all done as a 160 by 90 size canvas, because it's a 16 by 9 ratio, and I like the amount of detail I can get in on a 160 by 90. But if you're talking about like the actual cover image, where is it? If you're talking about this was not done by me. I commissioned an artist to create this, work with me by creating this. This is actually, it's not a 1920 by 1080. I think it's bigger than that. It's actually a 3840 by 2160. So if that's what you're talking about, yeah. But if you're talking about these are 160 by 90. Okay, don't think you answered this, but how frequent will art jams be in the Discord? So I'm actually not sure if we're going to keep going with the art jams until we kind of revive the channel a little bit. Channel's been kind of dying lately, which is kind of my fault. I can't prioritize YouTube right now. I have to work on my art course and Monster Tribe. Those are my two top priorities, but I will 100% be returning to YouTube in full force very, very soon. The goal of getting 1 million subscribers is not fading anytime soon. Whether it takes me 2 years, 5 years, I don't know. I'm keeping it to a five year max. Trying to get 1 million subs over the next 4 or 5 years. But yeah, so that plan is still existing. It's just right now I can't focus on YouTube, so I'm not making videos that would like go viral or do anything like that. I'm just making videos every so often when I have time and I have a lesson to teach or something like that. But the next video that I'm making is actually like my favorite upload I've ever worked on. I'm super excited about it, and I really hope that it does actually kind of explode a little bit, because I think it's an idea that could go viral if the algorithm picks up on it. So yeah. Anyway, I am trying to start making YouTube more of a priority, but I'm focusing on quality over quantity. So you might only see one upload a month, but each upload is going to be amazing. So no more crap videos coming from this channel. Ronan, what's going on? How you doing? Question: after you're done with Monster Tribe, will you be taking internships for Boundless Games? I think that depends on how successful the game and brand and channel and company are. Because as of right now, I don't expect to be making a ton of money from Monster Tribe or anything like that. I'm kind of just, you know, supporting myself, and yeah. So as of right now, like, I don't think so. I don't think I'll be looking to like expand the team, but definitely in the next like year to 2 years, I would say I'm going to be looking for people. Eventually I want to open up like a publishing firm. Once the goal is basically just over this, like in 2022 to 2023, I want to get to a 6-figure salary. And then once I do that, I'm going to kind of slow down a little bit, just focus on, you know, living life and like experiencing life and making memories and stuff. Because I'm still very young. I'm only 20 years old. So, you know, I have time to like, you know, not be crazy successful. So I just want to focus on like living life and enjoying that. But I think once I get to a 6-figure salary, I will try to start putting off a lot of that money towards bigger projects, like something like opening up a publishing firm where I can actually fund other indies and work with them to kind of create games under a certain specific brand. So it's not, you know, concrete, but it is something that I'm thinking about in the future. What are you supposed to do when you have a brilliant idea and don't want to continue the last one? Hold on, I will answer that in a sec. Let me just fix this up real quick, and then I want to start making this next monster, I think. Anyway, I'm happy with the prototype. We're gonna add in some like, this is gonna be like some kind of mist. So yeah, there's gonna be some kind of like mist here. Misty fog stuff. And then we have the hill, and then the character, you know, doing his thing down here, and then the fire as well. So I'm happy with this prototype. It's very far from finished, but that's okay. That's how we do. Shandy, what's going on, man? How do you make background art without it feeling like cropped PNGs? Oh, are you saying? I don't fully understand. Do you mean like these? I just kind of draw, and I keep drawing until it's like detailed. I start with a very basic concept, something like this, and then I'll just keep adding detail over and over and over until I have something that looks decent. Yeah. So if anybody has any more questions, let me know. I'm going to get started on the new monster. So I'm just going to save this. I guess this could be under the clearing. So I'm going to save this as Spirit Scene concept. So I just wanted to create a concept today. I don't want to do anything crazy. I have like 3 days to make this thing. I booked in like 3 days. So like 20 hours of work, 20 to 24 hours of work on just building this scene. So yeah, not too bad for 40 minutes working on this while doing a Q&A. Love you, Dad. Thanks, man. Do you go to the gym? I do. Well, I have my gym at my home. I bought a cage and a bench and a bunch of free weights, barbell, dumbbells, and I just do stuff at home. Because I don't know, like being in the pandemic and stuff, it's really hard. It's really hard to like, I don't know, go to the gym. I find that wearing the mask, like I went rock climbing the other day actually, and you have to wear the mask at all times. And I literally almost passed out from exhaustion of like not being able to breathe because I have to wear this mask. And like, yeah, it was tough. So I don't know. I enjoy just being in my own home, doing my own thing. So I bought a home gym. How long did it take you to learn to code? Where is he answering questions from? Right here. Yeah. Yeah. Just in live chat. I think I'm just gonna make a fusion. I'm gonna look at the past couple monsters that I've done, and I'm gonna see if there's anybody that looks fun to make a fusion for. Okay, hold up. Let me go back. Maybe this guy? Or maybe this turtle guy. Maybe I'll do another turtle fusion. Sounds fun. If you guys have any ideas for like color palettes and stuff, let me know right now. So I'll take some suggestions for color palettes that I can work with, or like type stuff. And then I'll make this fusion while I answer your questions. So how long did it take you to learn to code? I've been coding for like 4 or 5 years now. Well, doing game development coding. I would say the biggest turning point in game development, coding, and stuff like that is like the whole tutorial hell phase, where you're just like stuck looking at tutorials every time you need to do something new. So I think when I got out of that, it was probably like 2 years ago at this point, when I created my game Shield Shock. That was like the first big experience that I was like, okay, I've mustered up enough like knowledge on, following these tutorials and making small prototypes that I can build my own thing. So that project, it's really cool for me because like that project was my first project where I did literally everything. So I did all the art, all the programming, all the music, all the marketing. Everything that I did for that game was done solely by me. No tutorials, nothing like that. So all of that was kind of encompassed in one big like challenge. And so that's kind of what pushed me out of the like tutorial hell phase to like just create my own stuff. And I haven't really gone back since. I haven't looked at a tutorial for coding in like 3 years. So what about localization in Monster Tribe? I think we're gonna try to get, if I can get the funding, if we can get a publisher and I can get extra funding for the project, because right now it's basically just being funded out of pocket. So if we get a publisher and we get funding for it, I think we're gonna do like a half localization. A lot of the things in the game are kind of like art coded with words and text, but things like dialogue and like monster descriptions, item descriptions, a lot of those things are are coded, so I could technically translate all those things. So there would be a few like buttons that wouldn't be translated and stuff like that, so it would be like a soft translation for the game. That's if we get a publisher and it's a priority and a lot of people want it. But yeah. Okay. Do we have any more questions, guys? Starting to make assets for a game, but I don't know if every piece has to fit the 32 by 32. creatures, enemies? How do you keep it looking all the same? This is a great question, Felipe. Great question. So how do you keep your art style consistent, looking, the same and stuff? The biggest thing I have to say is, I think it's a lot just kind of a myth, because okay, if you look at my game, do I have a screenshot of the game? I wonder if I do. Maybe I do. I definitely do. Okay, let me pop up a screenshot real quick, and I'll show you an example. Actually, hold on. I think I have some GIFs, so that might be better. Let's see. Okay. Oh wait, no, I have a better GIF. I think this would work better for my example. Okay, so as you can see here, this is Monster Tribe. I'm just gonna have this GIF running for a bit while I talk about this. So there's so many different art styles going on here. Also, the game looks a lot better than this now, but that's besides the point. That's fine. Not everything sticks to the same kind of rules. As you'll see, you have the character that is outlined in a black outline, whereas things like the trees and bushes and paths and stuff are not. So all environments are not outlined. I would say have as many rules in your art as you can possibly think of. Stick to those, and then that's all you really need to do. A lot of my sprites don't follow the 16 by 16 canvas that I technically am using for this entire game. A lot of it just kind of comes down to, like, when you're playing a game, you kind of just like take whatever is happening at face value. Like, you're not really going to think about it and be like, oh, this thing's out of place and this thing looks like a different art style, because it's all just like the game. So when people see the trees of Monster Tribe, or they see the player of Monster Tribe, or the monsters of Monster Tribe, even though they're all different art styles, you kind of just take it for what it is. So I'd say don't focus too much on that. Try to create as many rules as possible. So all of my characters are outlined. All of my environment stuff is not outlined. And then I stick with the same kind of color palette and stuff like that. And I think you'll be good. So that's my rule on that. I'm going to be... Hold on, let me do this monster. So I think I should do like maybe like a nature fusion for this. I'm thinking this base color, or like the base monster, it would be like a fusion or like a mystic type. So I think with this fire one, I think I'm gonna do like a nature type, or maybe cyber. Hold on, cyber might be kind of cool. How many projects have you done before this one when you were learning to do game dev? I have probably made like 50 prototypes before working on Monster Tribe. Finished games, I have 2 other finished games, and then I think I have about 5 or 6 game jams that I've entered. But yeah, as far as like finished products, I've only finished 2 games before attempting to make my actual first commercial success, which is this game, Monster Tribe. So yeah, but I have a very, very long journey ahead of me. So this is just the very beginning in a very long journey. Why does that look so weird? The colors look super off today, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just me being weird, but like the colors look super off to me. I'm not sure. Anyway. Any more questions, guys? So you say you don't look at tutorials anymore. Do you think that that is because you just know everything, or is there something like concepts that repeat? I definitely don't know everything. There's a lot that I have no idea about, that I'm not knowledgeable on. But I think that over time you kind of pick up a lot of things. And yeah, so there is a lot of like repeats, a lot of repeated rules. so yeah, it's kind of just like an over time, you develop things and kind of get a better understanding of what you're doing. So yeah, but by no means do I think that I know everything or that I'm gonna stop learning, because I think that's a very important thing. It's important to be confident in your abilities and what you do, but always kind of reaching to that next level of trying to learn something new is very important. So it's just that when you're working on a long-term project, like, I don't have to focus on new skills because I know what I'm doing for this game. But for like a future game, maybe I try making a 3D game. So there will be a ton of new things I'll have to, pick up on and learn and kind of go over again or whatever. But yeah, because I'm working on this long-term project, I don't have to focus on new things. I just have to like work on the skills that I currently have and like continue to develop those skills, if that makes any sense. Why do you release a pretty much completed game, and what do Monster Fusions do? Why did you release a pretty much completed game? Are you talking about the Monster Tribe demo? The Monster Tribe demo is like a very, very small portion of what Monster Tribe will be when it's complete. So yeah, no, it's completely its own thing. If you play the actual game, if you play Monster Tribe, the story is 100% completely different from the demo. So the demo is just like a tiny little portion of what Monster Tribe will be when it's complete, but it's gonna be fully different from what it currently is. So yeah, I just wanted to give people something to like understand, hey, this is what Monster Tribe is, and like get people's feedback and stuff. But yeah, hold on, I'm gonna pull some colors from some other. I really like these colors. I'm gonna use this. Where was that monster? Here it is. And then yeah, what was the second part of that question? I think I skipped that. What do Monster Fusions do? Monster Fusions are our way of kind of like customizing our monsters. I goofed this. Guys, I goofed. All right, we're gonna use this instead. So I'm gonna do like a little reversal here. Because on the main image, on the main one, he's got like blue with, or like red with blue as his secondary. So this one, I'm gonna make red like blue the primary and red the secondary color. I think that's an interesting-ish fusion concept. And then I'm going to fix these colors up a little. We will be ending the stream kind of soon. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Because I will not be here for too much longer. There's a lot more I have to do today, and I work like a snail when I stream. So unfortunately, I can't stream forever today. So yes, if you have questions, let me know. I think I want to change this eye color though. I usually like a yellow eye. That might look... actually, I kind of like that. Monster Tribe demo is a small portion. Yeah, it's tiny. I mean, in the actual game, in the demo, I think there's 3 areas. There's the clearing, like forest area, the caves, and then the charred sanctums, which is like the red forest area. So there's only really 3 areas that are like being shown off in the demo. In the full game, there's I think 9 areas, and they would all be quite a bit larger than any of the areas that are shown in the demo. Plus you have an actual story and like 3 to 4 times as many monsters. Because I think in the demo there's only 20 monsters that you can get. In the actual game there's going to be 60 to 80. So yeah, a lot more content in the full game. So a lot more content. Which engines do you recommend? So I personally use Game Maker Studios 2. It's what I've been using for the past 5 years, I would say. What would I recommend? Hold up, let me see if I can fix this. I would recommend Game Maker if you're looking to make like a lot of prototypes and small games that you would make in maybe 3 to 6 months. So would I recommend making Monster Tribe in Game Maker? Probably not, because it's quite a big project. It's a 2-year-long project. But I mean, that's what I started with, and that's what I use. So I'm fine using it, but I would recommend it for like small prototypes and stuff. I think I'm just gonna keep it with the white. But maybe we can change the legs or something. What if I make the legs this red color or the blue color? Let's do that. Is that gonna look good? Might look bad. Trial and error, am I right? It's kind of dope, actually. Hold up. I think I'm onto something here. Or is that weird? That's kind of weird. I can't tell. I can't tell. Damn it. Anyway, what was I answering? I can't even. Oh yeah. I would also recommend Godot. Godot is something I want to try very soon. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Construct, I've had fun making games in there. It's again a nice engine for like small prototypes, small games. And then, you know, Unity, there's just tons and tons of resources out there for it. And you can make 2D and 3D games. So that's nice. But, you know, as I said in my last video or second last video or whatever, the how to make games video, just try out a bunch of different engines, find a workflow that kind of makes sense to you, and then go from there. So yeah, because at the end of the day, something that works for me might not work for you. So keep that in mind. How do you come up with ideas? I don't have a strategy for this. This is just you know, throughout my entire life, since I was like 8 years old or maybe even younger, I've been thinking about game ideas, and it was never something that I practically thought that I could actually do, is be a full-time game developer. I thought that was like just like a pipe dream kind of thing, something that, you know, it's like, oh, this would be cool if I could do this, but that's not a real job for normal people. And it wasn't until I, you know, started doing YouTube and stuff that I realized, like, hey, I think I can actually do this full time. And now I do. Okay, this is kind of dope. Actually, I think I like this. But it makes it hard to like look at the claws a little. Yeah, it makes the claws a little bit harder to read. So yeah, I'll play around with this. I'm not fully set on this. But yeah, this is like a fusion that's like pretty similar to the original. Just flip colors and swap the base skin. But, you know, that's fine. Not every fusion needs to be revolutionary, so it's cool. It's cool. Let's add some extra details here. Extend the tail out a little bit, and then this one has like spikes and stuff, so I don't want to do that. Maybe I round this piece off. to make this smaller. This piece on the top of its head. A little smaller. Hold up. I'll get back to questions very, very soon. I'm trying to change the way that this thing's mouth is a little. I think that's fine. It's slightly different. Mickey, what's going on, man? Ending soon, unfortunately. But I'm just trying to get in as many questions as I can now. But yeah, how do you come up with ideas? As I was saying, anyway, it's been an idea that I've kind of been playing around since I was a kid of like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to like make video games? Never knew how to like program or anything, but I was a huge fan of, you know, playing games and stuff. So I think naturally a lot of us that do play games think about that of like making games, making our own games. So it's just been something that I've been playing around with since I can remember. So yeah, I would just say like have fun with it. That's the first thing. In like creativity, you can't really think about it as like work. If you think about it as work, you're not going to be able to come up with good ideas. So make sure you're having fun first and foremost, and just come up with a bunch of different ideas. I think the best way to come up or like get more creative is to restrict yourself. So enter game jams, you know, work with themes that are kind of like pre-built for you, and working with limitations to like creating something unique and creative in a restricted space is a great way to start in that direction. Okay. Am I caught up? Are you participating in Ludum Dare? I am not. I do not have time for Ludum Dare, so unfortunately I'm not doing it, but I do want to do a game jam soon. Whenever I do a game jam from now on, I will not be alone though. I'm just gonna grab one of my friends from YouTube and get them to do a game jam with me. But just right now, it's not a priority. I can't do that. What color palette do you use? So the two main color palettes that I've been using are AAP 64 and AAP Splendor 128. Those are the two main ones, but a lot of my colors I just kind of create on the fly. But yes, that is like the base for Monster Tribe. That's what it's based on. Oh, I like that. I like the, what do you call this? Is this hair? It looks like a faux hawk or something. I don't know. Is this the turtle I suggested? Yeah, I made a turtle yesterday or 2 days ago or something. Somebody said on Discord, I asked for a monster idea and somebody said make a turtle, so I made a turtle. And now I'm just working on some fusions, but we will be ending soon because the stream's super laggy, so a lot of people left us, unfortunately. I apologize, but next time I'll fix the lag. I think it's because I'm streaming in 1920 by 1080. Normally I stream 1280 by 720. Doesn't affect the quality too much, but yeah, I think that my internet is having an issue with that now. So anyway, Doper Boy. Hey, I'm a very new game developer and I'm struggling with turn-based battle systems similar to Undertale. Any suggestions on where I can learn to work this out? Personally, I am not fully sure. I'm doing a turn-based combat system as well, but a lot of that was just kind of trial and error on like getting it to work. And yeah, so I'm not fully sure. I'm sure there's some tutorials out there, but it would have to depend on what engine you're using. So yeah. All right, do we have any more questions? How do you deal with distractions when you're trying to work on a game? I'm not very good at it. As you can see, I haven't really done much work today, and that's because streaming is very distracting. So yeah, I'm not great with distractions. But I think I have gotten a little bit better over time. So I would say like just, if you're talking about distractions, like, you know, friends asking you to hang out and like different things like that, I would just say like set your priorities. I'm reading a book right now. Hold on, let me pull it. Let me grab my book. Great example. Great example. So I'm reading a book right now, and it's called Essentialism. Okay. And I feel like this book is exactly what you're saying. It teaches you how to stick to what is essential, figure out what you need to focus on, making sure that you're prioritizing your priorities, and learning how to say no to things, like taking on projects that don't fully matter to your end goal of what you do and what you want to be doing, and yeah, just stuff like that. So I think that book is a great example of exactly what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I'll be taking a few more questions, and then I will be ending the stream, unfortunately, because I have to go and do a ton more work off stream, unfortunately. But it's okay, because I'm going to feel productive, which is nice. It's good to feel productive. So I'll take a few more questions, and then we'll head out and call it a day. Do you use a mouse for pixel art? I do. 99% of my pixel art is using a mouse and keyboard, because it helps. It's just more, I don't know. It's easier. It's easier for me to get in details. So yeah. Will you ever release the aseprites of Monster Tribe? And will there be a tutorial in the full game? Yes, there will be a tutorial in the full game for sure. We had to kind of rush the demo story and stuff, so because it's going to be deleted once we're done the demo. So we couldn't spend too much time building like a tutorial and stuff like that. But in the full game, yes. You're going to make guides? I don't know if I'm going to make guides. Actually, some people in the community are actually making a Monster Tribe wiki right now. So hopefully that's like something that people can actually really use when the game fully comes out. So yeah, that's pretty dope. I'm happy that we can have people working on a wiki. It's kind of cool. Okay, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a blast. I hope you had some fun. I got a little bit of work done, and I got to answer your questions. So hopefully that was, something you guys enjoyed. I will be releasing a YouTube video probably in the next 2 weeks. It's going to be a banger video. So, subscribe if you are new here, and watch out for that. I try to stream once a week at this point. So, I'll also be, streaming sometime soon. And last but not least, guys, if you haven't tried the Monster Tribe demo, click the link in the description, and it'll take you to the Steam page. You can download the demo completely for free. There's quite a lot of hours of content in the demo. I would say it's probably about 4 to 5 hours to complete the demo. So if you're looking to, play a little bit of a prototype of Monster Tribe, you can do so completely for free. The only thing I ask is, please, if you are downloading the demo and you have some kind of interest in buying the game when it does come out early next year, please make sure to wishlist. It really helps us out and helps us promote the game on Steam. So yeah.